Hi, I'm Susan from BakeWithMom.com. Today we're going to make a chocolate zucchini cake. We're going to start with a half a cup of softened butter. To that I'm adding a half a cup of applesauce. You can use vegetable oil if you'd rather, but I like to keep things natural as possible. So I'm going to use applesauce. And I have a cup and 3/4 of granulated sugar. We're going to get this blending. We're going to cream it. Creaming it, it should turn a little lighter. I have 2½ cups of flour that I have already sifted and measured. And I have it in the sifter because to that I'm going to add more ingredients. I have 4 tablespoons of cocoa. I have a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of ground cloves, and a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm going to add all of that. We used our mixer just for creaming the butter with the sugar and applesauce. The rest we're going to hand stir with a rubber spatula. I have 2 jumbo eggs. You can use extra large, but I used jumbo eggs that have been beaten. I'm going to add that. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We're just going to stir that into our mixture. At this point, we're going to preheat our oven at 325 degrees. Now we have all of our dry ingredients together. And here I have a half a cup of milk, and to it I've added a half a tablespoon of lemon. You can use, instead of lemon juice, you can use vinegar. We needed sour milk. You could use buttermilk instead, but I hate to buy a whole quart of buttermilk and then have it left over with nothing to use it for. So I decided to make some sour milk. So we're going to add a little bit of our sour milk. And we're going to alternate it with our dry ingredients. And we're going to stir that in. You don't want to use a mixer for this because you're going to put too much air into your cake then, and it'll raise beautifully in the oven, but then it'll flatten. And that sour milk that you made, give it 5 to 10 minutes to turn sour. Mix it when you're mixing it. Then I'm going to add a cup of chocolate chips to it. I grated 2 cups of zucchini, and then I put it in some paper toweling and squeezed water out of it. You get an awful lot of water. I'd say at least a cup. You want to do that, otherwise your cake will be so wet that it'll never bake properly. So we're going to put that in our batter. Now I have, my pan has got butter. It's wiped with butter and then dusted with flour. Be sure and tap the excess flour out, and we'll put our batter in. We're going to spread it to the edges and get it in the corners. Make it as even as possible as far as the height of the cake throughout so that it bakes evenly. So we're going to put it in the oven that's been heated to 325, and we're going to put it in for 40 to 45 minutes. We'll start with 40 and check it. Be sure you bake your cake until you can put a toothpick in and it comes out clean. If not, it's going to be runny. Do it at 5-minute increments until it's thoroughly cooked and comes out clean. I would let it cool for at least 30 minutes, maybe an hour would be even better.